All right, so what I'm showing you is how to install this smart plug. This episode one is going to be the part that goes to your shore power cord, and then I'll show you another one that goes the inlet into your RV. The reason I'm doing this is because if you have a bad connection, you can see in this, if you don't have a good connection, a fire could tear down your entire RV. So I'm going to show you how to not let this happen. All right, here you'll cut the existing shore power connection and then measure and then spread out the 3 wires, look like this. Then get your calipers and measure 3/4 of an inch. Make the cuts. Then pull it out, pull out the gasket. Then you'll put this rubber piece through. You don't need any soap for that. And just pull it through and it'll be flat on the inside. Once I pull it all the way through, you'll see. Then there's a little plastic white thing you'll put on those wires. Then put a ton of soap, or else it will be almost impossible to push through, and coat it really, really well. I use some little sticky pot holder things to open up jars so I can get a better grip. So that's what those little white things are. It's what I use to open pickle jars and stuff like that. So push it all the way through. Instructions say to leave about 6 to 8 inches. Wipe the soap off. Then you'll install each wire to where it goes, and the manual says which ones. And then you'll tighten those with the little hex screws. Just be patient. Make sure you get those really tight, but don't over tighten. Luckily, the wire is stranded wire, and just make sure none of that wire is past the plastic. Then you're going to install these 2 screws to the main outside part, the sleeve covering of the shore power. The instructions say to leave 1/4 of an inch between the shore power sleeve. Then the instructions also give the distance between the screw clamp is what I measure in there. So you'll see that in the manual. But that's what I'm testing the torque with my torque wrench or torque screwdriver, and measuring with the calipers to make sure I have it on good. So this takes some time. Just be patient with it. I kind of went back and forth just to make sure. Then you'll reapply soap so you can pull that back end part to the very front to make the final connection. And you'll hear a click when you pull it all the way back, so listen. So now there's 3 screws that you'll install there, and then I use some alcohol before you put this gasket on just to make sure it's really clean in there. And then you peel it off and it's already got the sticky stuff on there. And you just push it on, then use a flathead screwdriver to make sure you get it nice and firm in there. So it is finished, and it looks pretty sturdy. Still slippery from the soap, but don't forget the soap. Yeah, looks to be pretty sturdy, pretty easy. That's just the first part. The next time, part 2, we'll be installing the female side in the RV. So it goes in like that. Clip that. Oh man, yeah, that's going to be a great connection. No fires.